In this video, we are going to see how we can manufacture the finished goods from raw materials following a recipe management system or bill of materials. So our business is that we buy the raw materials from the market and then produce the finished goods. And the finished goods is shirts and pants. Now there involves a specific recipe which needs to be followed in order to manufacture a shirt. One shirt needs 2 meter of cloth A, 1 buckram, 1 cone of thread and 8 buttons. Similarly, pants involves 2 meter cloth B, 1 meter buckram, 1 thread, cone and 1 zip and 1 button of pants. So this recipe needs to be followed even if you want to manufacture one shirt or 1000 shirts, the same method will be followed. Now what bill of material or recipe management does is it makes the connection between the raw materials and the finished goods, so that whenever the finished good is produced, it will automatically reduce this proportion from the raw materials. For example, if we are manufacturing 1000 shirts, it will automatically deduct 2000 meters of cloth A from the raw materials and then transfer it to a finished goods in order to create shirts. Same thing goes for pants, but for that to be created, first of all, we need to create the finished goods and then we can decide and define the recipe. So let's move to Teleprime and let's see how we can do this. First of all, from the gateway of Tele, I need to create the items. I'll just go to create and from here, just create stock item. Now just remember, if you want to create the recipe management system, then you need to create stock items from a single item creation mode. Otherwise you won't be able to enter the recipe. First item is shirts and the category, we only have the category of raw materials. I need to create a new one, ordinate C, and this is finished goods. Hit enter, enter, control A, and it is sold in pieces or each. Now the recipe management option is not enabled by default because this is an advanced feature. I'll just go to the configure from the bottom right. And if you want to see more configurations, just double click this in order to see that. It says here set component list bill of materials in stock items. Just turn it to yes by just double clicking, control A, and then you should see a different option here. As we said in the starting, at the opening position, we don't have anything of finished goods in stock already. So we don't need to enter any kind of opening balance. We just need to define the recipe. Set component bill of materials, just double click to turn it to yes and enter. And it will ask you name the bill of material. So I'll mention it as shirts, hit enter. So this is component of shirt. How many units do you want to manufacture? Just remember that whenever you are making a recipe, you make the recipe of 1 and the same recipe will be followed whether you want to manufacture 1, 10 or 1000. So we want to define the recipe for one shirt only. What is required to manufacture one shirt? We need cloth A, 2 meters. We need buckram, 1 meter. We need a thread, 1 cone, and we need button shirts, that is 8. We need 8 button shirts and that's it. Control A and Control A again, and then finally press Control A again. Now one item is set. Let's go for the second one. This is pants. Group is already defined. I'll just choose this finished goods. Unit is each. Set component bill of material yes, and it is for pant. How many pants do you want to manufacture? 1. And what is the recipe for it? For 1 pant we need 2 meters of cloth B, 2 meters. We need buckram, 1 meter. We need thread, 1 cone. We need zips, 1 each or 1 piece, and we need button pants, that is 1 each. Press Ctrl A, and Finally, press Ctrl A to save. And this is how we can not only create the finished goods, but also define the recipe management system for each finished goods. Just try this by yourself and I'll see you in the next one.